Take a look at the amount of traffic that I got on this one post alone. 12,000 views on this one post. Now, granted, it got 2 upvotes. It was still a lot of visibility on that specific question, right? So you want to learn how to get unlimited traffic to your website? Well, pay close attention because I'm about to show you step by step exactly how I got over 60,000 content views using the exact strategy I'm about to teach you here in this video. Let's get to it. All right, so as we can see right here, I have generated over 60,000 plus content views using this platform, right? That means I was actually having people leave Quora to go over to other websites such as YouTube, such as Lead Magnet, such as affiliate links, right? That's a lot of traffic. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna look at how many searches does Quora actually get per month. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one of my extensions called SimilarWeb, and then if I scroll down, you can see already Quora is ranked number 86, right? Which means it's a pretty high authority website. Now, if I keep going down to show the traffic per month, check this out. Monthly visits is 555 million people every single month. That is the type of traffic that could be going to your website. So now I'm about to show you a very, very powerful strategy that you can use. It's actually 2 strategies, which is more of a basic strategy that doesn't require you to spend any money. And then I'm gonna show you a paid strategy for Quora that you can actually leverage as well, which is actually gonna be extremely beneficial for you, all right? All right, so first thing we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna go over here, and then this is the guide that I created. So now the first thing you can see right here says is we wanna set up our automated funnel for Quora. So how do we do that? So we wanna go over to Quora, click on our profile. It's going to take us over to our profile, right? Now, over here, what we want to do is we want to set up our profile to make it like an automated process. So when we start answering these questions, since Quora is an answering question profile platform, then now when they come over to our profile, it's already set up. It has our links and whatever it is that you want, right? All right, so boom, we got YouTube SEO specialist, entrepreneur, and servant leader. And then right up front, I let people know exactly what it is that I do. I help content creators grow their audience and income using online video. And then I give a call to action. Keep up with me on YouTube. So now they can go directly over to my YouTube channel, check out my content, and if they like my content, they'll subscribe. If they like some of my videos, they might even buy a product, right? So you're creating that automated funnel process. The next step is the credentials and highlights, right? So yeah, you got your bio, you're good, but now you want to add credentials. So YouTube SEO professional, you want to put what it is that you are. I'm the founder of my company, and then boom, this is another credential. Now, this credential right here is actually going to show up on every question that you answer. They're going to see this specific credential, okay? So hopefully that part right there makes sense. If it doesn't, drop me a comment down below and I'll be sure to help you understand that, all right? So now we're going to move on to actually starting to find these questions specific to whatever it is that we want to help people with. So now what we want to do is we want to jump right into this search box right here. This is what I want you to do. I want you to type in your industry, market, or niche, okay? So for example, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, keto, intermittent fasting, juicing, whatever it is that you do, however it is that you help people, all right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use intermittent fasting for this video. All right, so intermittent fasting, and then you're gonna see a couple different things, right? So you can see it says search semicolon intermittent fasting, space semicolon intermittent fasting, and then sometimes it'll say topic semicolon intermittent fasting. But what we want to focus on so that we have complete control of what actually shows up is we want to click right here where it says search intermittent fasting. So right off the bat, you can see we got a bunch of questions that we can go and start answering and so on and so on, right? But what if you want to find the most recent stuff so that way you can be the first person to answer it, and then as it continues to build traffic, boom, you're going to start to get people going over to your website, your lead magnets, your YouTube videos, and so on, right? So now what we want to do to filter the results, you can see right here it says by type. So we want to filter by questions. We got these questions right here, but then we're going to filter even deeper so that we can find the most recent stuff. So you can see right here, this says by time. So now let's say if I go within the past hour, I want recent questions, right? So I'm going to click on that. All right, so within the past hour, we haven't had any questions about intermittent fasting. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the past day. Okay, so within one day, look at this. We got 5 questions right here for within the last day. So let's say if I want to go, okay, at least the last week, right? So boom, we got all of these questions popping up that are recent. So now we go and we start answering these questions. Now, here are the rules for answering questions. This is the most important one. Do not link every single post. You want to do the 80-20 rule. If you do 10 posts, right? Do 10 posts a day. And out of those 10 posts, you only want to put links in 2 of those answers that you gave. Very, very simple. If you go and you start doing a whole bunch of linking every single post, Quora will ban you. I promise you they will, right? I've seen it happen to many, many people, and it's not good because then guess what? Now you can't get 555 million searches. Obviously, you're not going to be getting that, but you're going to be getting a ton of searches, which you can see that I've generated over 60,000 and counting. All right, so boom, let's say we give our answer, we give it in a written form. Okay, give it in a written form because that's what Quora actually wants. And then you can start to mix it up and start to do your YouTube videos, your website, your blog posts, and all of that good stuff right there. All right. And that's how we pretty much start to filter our stuff. So then we can start to look like the authority because people are going to be looking like, oh man, I really love this. And then how you get your stuff higher and you get more traffic is when you start to get upvotes. So if we take a look at my data, right? So let's look at the content and stats. And if we look, just look at all time, right? So you can see I got 70 upvotes. So the more upvotes you get on a post, meaning that that shows Quora that people actually love what it is that you're doing. So they upvote it. It starts going higher and higher for that specific topic. And then now you start to get all of this traffic. Now I'm about to show you an even more advanced strategy. Now, of course, this is actually going to require for you to pay for something, but I'm going to show you exactly how beneficial this is actually going to be for you. All right. So this next part that I'm about to show you is actually going to get you a whole lot more traffic. All right. So we're going to be using a tool called Ahrefs. This is actually how you spell it. Ahrefs. Just go type it on Google. I don't know if they have an affiliate program. I went searching a little bit, but if they do eventually come out with one, I'll be sure to link it down below. Otherwise, you could just actually go over to the website. All right. So now what I'm going to do is in this box, right? So first we want to click on Site Explorer. I'm going to click in this box and I'm going to type Quora.com. All right. So I'm going to click on that and then I'm going to hit search. All right. So what it's going to do is it's going to show me a whole lot of data, right? Please don't get confused. It's very, very simple. So now when I come inside of here, what I want to click on is organic keywords. All right. So I'm going to click on that. All right. So now you're going to see 77 million results, right? As far as different keywords that are actually ranking on Google through Quora. Right? Very, very powerful stuff. Now, what we want to do is we want to filter this by our niche. So I'm going to type intermittent fasting right there in that box right there, and I'm going to hit enter. All right. So now we went from 77 million results to 5,000 results because now we're niching down, right? So now you can see we got all of these keywords, and then we can see, look how much volume this gets. 1,200 people every single month are searching for that keyword. But now you can see that this post right here is actually ranking number 5 on Google. Very, very powerful stuff, right? So now what we want to do is we want to filter even more, right? Because we want to find the top posts that are actually ranking. So I'll go position 1 to position 5. And then I'll hit apply. And then now we went from 5,000 to 640 results. So now these are the keywords that are ranking on Google, right? And then here's the posts that are ranking on Quora through Google. Now, what we want to do, there's another step, is we want to go to how much volume we want, right? So how much searches would you want ideally? Would you want a minimum of 250 people searching it per month, 300, 400, 500, right? So I'm going to use 300 to 500, right? I'm going to hit apply. Now look, it's showing me all of the posts that are getting roughly about 300 plus searches per month. So now we know exactly how many people are looking for this stuff. So now when we go to those specific questions that are bringing that amount of traffic every single month, now we're guaranteed to get a ton more eyes. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this post right here, and then it brings us directly to the actual question. So now when we go here, we can see just this post alone right here got over 82,000 views and 37 upvotes. Let's take a look at another post. Boom, we hit more, 118,000 searches and 25 upvotes. So the more traffic that you can be able to get, the more upvotes, you're going to be pushed up more and more. And it's almost like you're ranking on Google without actually having a website. You're leveraging Quora to get that spot. All right, so now I'm about to show you how to go about answering your questions. I'm going to show you a few of mine so you can see the statistics and so on and so on. All right, so now when I go down, right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just filter by all-time views so you can see some of the best questions, you know, some of the ones that really got that traction. And if you look right here, we can see how much do YouTubers make when each of their videos get 50 to 100 to 500K views and so on and so on. So take a look at the amount of traffic that I got on this one post alone. 12,000 views on this one post. Now, granted, it got 2 upvotes. It was still a lot of visibility on that specific question, right? So now let's go down again. So on this post, I got over 7,000 views, and then also I got some upvotes on this. Now you may notice from both of these posts right here, I do not have any links in there. But what's powerful about Quora is I can literally go here to this post. I can click on these 3 dots, hit edit answer, and literally, let's say I said something like, well, in this video, I go in even more depth, and then now I can place a video in there. Or I could say, hey, in this blog post, boom, I put that blog post right there, right? To let them know, hey, I go in even more depth about this question over there. And the same thing, you can leverage that with affiliate links and so on and so on. It's a very, very powerful strategy. And as you can see, it's drove a ton of traffic. So hopefully you got some value from this video. And if you did, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, drop me a comment down below with any additional questions that you have. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.